Cancel Culture by Steve Connolly. Episode 3. Suspensions.
Hello, your local borough council. How can I help you?
Is that the council?
Yes, it is. How can I help you?
My local borough council?
Yes. How can I help you?
Can you help me?
Well, I'll certainly try.
I've got a parking ticket.
Okay.
And I want to make it absolutely clear right here, right now, that I won't be paying for it.
I see.
Do you want to know why?
I suppose it will help.
Because it's been given incorrectly.
I see. And how has it been given incorrectly?
Because it shouldn't have been given.
Yes, I know what you mean when you say incorrectly. I meant, what is the specific reason you believe it has been given incorrectly?
Because it has. That's why.
Okay. Maybe we should start with you giving me the reference number.
I see. You're going to be difficult, are you?
Well, I always try my best not to be.
Anyway, if you must have it, it is 2 random letters and 8 random numbers.
Okay, can you just confirm that...
The registration number is 2 letters, this year's numbers and 3 more letters.
Okay, and what kind of car...
It's a German manufacturer, and it's black.
Lovely, and you...
My name is the first name of the Queen, not the last Queen, God rest her, but the current Queen or Queen Consort. I get mixed up. And my surname is the same as the Beatle who isn't John, Paul or Ringo.
And your...
My address is fashionably expensive for this part of the country, and why will become relevant later.
Okay.
Well?
Sorry, how can I help you?
I want it cancelled. I will not be paying for it. At all. Not 1 pence.
Okay, if you can just...
You're going to tell me to email in, aren't you?
Well,
I haven't got the time for that. Time is money, as my address in my car will show you. I just want it cancelled.
Okay, maybe if you want to tell me what the issue is with the ticket.
Why? Do you know about them?
Well, it is my job.
I thought you were just the switchboard.
Well, why are you discussing it with me if you think I'm just a switchboard?
Because you can just pass them on a message for me?
I'm afraid that's not the way it works. And if you can just...
I don't like your tone.
My tone?
You're flippant.
Well, I'm sorry if you think...
I have a good mind to ask for your manager.
Maybe if you could just tell me what the actual issue is with the ticket and we can avoid that happening.
And then it will be cancelled?
If it's an error on our part, then I don't see why not.
Oh, it will be.
Okay then.
Now?
If that's all right.
Right. It was given for parking in a suspended bay.
Okay.
But it wasn't suspended.
I see.
Because there was no bay there to suspend.
Sorry?
Look, there has been a sign on our street for the past 6 months about there being a suspended bay, but the bay that was suspended is no longer there.
Right.
So, it's been given incorrectly.
And
I want it cancelled. Okay?
Okay, but like I say...
Now listen. I was gardening. Well, I say gardening. I was supervising the gardening when the parking attendant, funny-looking fellow, seemed to have a limp, came walking down the road and put the ticket on the car. I say walking, but you get the gist. I went out to him, told him that the bay was no longer there. The reason why the bay was suspended, and I told him this, was that they were removing 2 bays and putting yellow lines down instead, as everyone round here have drives that fit at least 3 cars on, and no one can see the point of bays in the first place unless you're a 4-car family, which we are. I think that was why, but we never got to the bottom of it. And that happened last November, just before bonfire night. I remember because Sammy, he's our lovely young gardener, was about to start stringing the Christmas lights in the trees. Anyway, for some reason the council didn't remove the sign, cutbacks or whatever probably. So the attendant with the limp put the ticket on my car. I came out to him and pointed this out. Then my husband came out, as he was working from home that day due to Nigel having a rugby match at 3:30. Nigel's our son, but never mind. And then Valerie from across the road came out on her Zimmer and everything. Now, she'd had a bad fall last Easter and pointed out the same thing. So he said he would put a note on the system as he couldn't cancel the ticket as he'd already issued it, which to my mind is bloody ridiculous, and then strode off. I mean, his limp seemed to disappear. Couldn't get out of here quick enough. Probably fiddling this social. Where was I? Oh, yes. We thought that was the end of it. me, my husband and Valerie, until a letter comes through my door telling me that I have to pay £130 bloody pounds. Don't you know there's a cost of living crisis on? We've had to turn the heating down in the garage. £130 bloody pounds for parking correctly, and your attendant couldn't do his job correctly. So I want it cancelled. Now!
Yes, but like I say...
Now listen. I don't have to bloody email in. I can take you to court. My husband's a QC. Sorry, KC. I can't get used to that. You know the street we live on, so we can obviously afford it. And I'll win. I have the parking attendant's number on the original ticket, which I have. Hang on. It's upstairs. Stay right there. Tristan? Tristan! Where's that ticket? Right. It's 2 letters, 4 numbers.
OK, that's not the number on the system.
What?
The number of the attendant who issued this ticket is 2 different numbers, 4 different letters.
Oh, well, that's even better. Not only did he issue the ticket incorrectly, he gave a false number.
Well, actually...
We know some very reputable solicitors.
Well, actually...
Lying whilst in public office. I'll take you to the cleaners. I will take you to the absolute cleaners. And I won't let it go. I've got the money. My son goes to public school.
Yes, but...
Not you personally, the council. He's lied to me, and my husband, and to Valerie. This could cost the council thousands. I'm going to love this.
You see, the thing is...
Bloody incompetence. Not there, Sammy! Put it nearer the fountain. The fountain! What's your name?
Sorry?
Your name. I take it you're putting this on the system.
Oh, believe me, I am.
What?
We do it as a matter of course.
So what's your name?
My first name is the same as the lead actor in Bullet.
And is that short for with a V or a PH?
V.
And your surname?
Like the Scottish comedian known as the Big Yin.
And is that with an E or an A?
O.
O?
Oh.
Right. So you've taken the notes. Can I have a reference number?
Actually, the notes go on the penalty charge reference number.
Well, I'll be wanting a copy.
Which you're entitled to.
And a recording of this call.
Which you're entitled to.
Right. I'm off to consult my solicitor. Good day to you, Stephen.
If I could just say something...
What? I haven't got time for this. I was hanging on this phone for 15 minutes before I spoke to you. Bloody joke that is as well. 15 minutes. I bet you're working from home, aren't you? Probably making cups of tea every 20 minutes and answering the door to Amazon. No wonder you can't get through. You should all be back in the office like Alan Sugar says.
Doesn't your husband...
What?
Anyway, if I could just say...
What?
Your ticket
Yes.
wasn't given for parking in a suspended bay.
Of course it was.
Well, I'm looking at the photos that the attendant took.
Which clearly show the suspended bay sign that should have been removed months ago.
Yes, they do. And yes, it should have been.
Well, there you go then.
But they also showed the residence permit bay sign that the suspended sign was attached to.
Yes, that's right. And we have a permit for our 4th car, which we can't fit on the drive when Sammy brings his gardening van in.
Yes, you do.
Well, there you go again.
But at the time the ticket was given, the permit had lapsed.
What?
Well, the ticket was given on the 6th of November.
Right.
Straight after bonfire night.
Yes.
Your permit ran out on the 4th of November.
What?
Just before bonfire night.
I know when it is.
And you didn't renew your permit until the 11th of November.
What?
So the reason you were given this ticket had nothing to do with being parked in a suspended bay.
Of course it does.
Have you checked the numbers are the same?
Sorry?
The number on the letter that we sent you and the original ticket. Have you checked that they're the same?
Well, of course Tristan!
See, the ticket that you're talking about was cancelled as soon as the attendant got back to the office. We sent you a letter.
A letter?
Yes, apologising for the mix-up. It can happen sometimes, even by parking attendants with a limp.
Tristan! Sammy!
Do you want to pay for it now or send an email?
Oh, you're no fucking use.
Oh, it has been said. Hello? Hello?
That was Cancel Culture, Episode 3, Suspensions, with Steve Connolly as the cancel and Becky Kershaw as the caller. Tune in next week for Episode 4, Bulky Waste.